Okay, so in this tutorial, I will teach you how to create a custom brush in ClipStudio Paint. It's a more uh, com challenging process when it comes to Photoshop. So it's easy to create a new brush. Uh, but in ClipStudio Paint, so you need to do or to follow several process ano. So if you want to have your own set of brushes or custom brush, so you need to um follow this process. So it's different from using Adobe Photoshop. So before you start creating a custom brush, so you need to create first a new document to set up your brush. So first you go to your file, then create new. And then in your new document setting, so you need to create a custom setup for canvas. So it must be it must have a 2000 by 2000 pixels. So the width and height of the canvas must be equal, or you can use lower resolution or size, or higher image size, or a bigger image size. So resolution, you can stick to 150, and then, but make sure that the base expression color is in gray. And then do not change this one. And then after you set up of the canvas, you can press OK. And then from this point, so you may want to create, or if you want to test out first, if your new brush will work. So let's try to create a custom brush by creating for a random stroke. So this random stroke will be used for our um, custom brush. So we make this like let's say a grass type, or let's say a sea plant, or let's say a fire effect brush using the thick paint our library. So and then we selected a one example of thick paint. Then after we selected and created this random brush, so now the next step is you need to go to your file, not file but edit. So then from edit menu, you select the register material, then you select the image. So this one is the purpose of this creating a material is to use this material as a texture or a brush. It's different from Photoshop. uh in Photoshop you just click the create brush option. This in ClipStudio Paint you need to have this several options in order for you to create your own set of custom brushes. And then from your material property option, you can either rename. So we'll rename this one. We want to put the custom brush in the first um, selection. So we need to use letter A, an A character. So it will be put first on the selection. Let's say we change the material name into A brush. And then from the A brush, renaming the file, okay, of the material, we go to the material setting for brush. So from the material setting for brush, you need to select the use for brush tip shape. So kasi we want to use this for brush. So then you go to the choose save location, select, okay, the all materials option, then go to your image material. So what the purpose of this choose save location is to, we want to save this in this directory, so we will select the brush, okay, the brush location folder, then or directory. Then we press OK. And the next step is to create our set of tool or sub tool in this uh, panel. So what to do next? Ano? So we need to remove first this one, and then you create a new layer, and then we select, or you can all create use the create sub custom sub tool. Okay, so you can either duplicate and use that duplicate tool, and then create a new one for that duplicate tool, or you can go to the option of the subtool brush and then select create custom subtool. So once you're on the create custom subtool options, you can rename the brush. Okay. The output process, you can retain it as direct draw. The input process, it must be brush, kasi you have still a pen. If you want to use at input as pen, eraser, figure, continuous serve, unit curve, lasso, fill, or dot pen, but we'll use it as a brush input. And then the tool icon. So where it will be placed. Okay, so in this sub tool or tools, okay, presets. So where do you want your custom brush to be placed or used? Ano? So for me, I will put it in the oil paint. This one, okay. So the oil paint, and then or use this as the icon. So it will be um, remembered as this brush, and then you select OK. Then once you're there on the subtool detail option, if you want to see the material, you just go to your brush tip. So this one. And then from the brush tip, you have the tip shape, the circle, and material. So you select that material. So then if you want to get that material, you created material. So you just select add brush, tip shape, click on that one, and then you look for that file. So in my option, so I have here, I already see the brush that I've created. Okay, the A brush. Then I select that one and then press OK. So you'll see the preview of that material. Then if you go to your workspace, so you'll see the effect of that brush. So if I paint, so that will be the look of the brush. So you can modify it. So either you go to your brush size. If you want to change or make it more smoother, you can use the color mixing. Then if you want to compress, you just explore the different setup, okay, of this one. So different options like thickness, okay, or the direction. Say for example, yeah, the thickness, and then you have the angle. So brush density. So if you want to make it more clear, okay, visible. So yeah. Then it also depends on the gap, which is you'll see it in the stroke. So if you want to it more compressed, so it's a more solid brush stroke. So you see the difference of the different gaps. Yeah, you just need to explore on those options. So if I click on this on the workspace, so you'll see in the artboard, you'll see the brush that I made or created. Okay, so if I paint, so you'll see this one. Okay, so if you want to put, let's say, an end tail for that brush, you can make or select this option, this icon, and then go to your brush size, and then go to this option. It's like a 0 or a setting for the brush size, and then select pen pressure. So it makes your brush having the end tail more thin, so you can still adjust it. Now it's in grayscale, so if you want to add colors, you cannot do or add color to your stroke. Ano? So even if I change the brush color attribute, so it will retain as a excuse me, as a gray um shades of gray. So if you want to go to a color, use that color. So you create a new document and then select the color, base expression color, and then press OK. Then you can now use that custom brush. So, and then also the color attributes. Okay. So that's how it varies also no if you use different subtools, okay, for watercolor, uh for realistic, so it will vary. So they have different subtools, effect or style, but they have the same material, so it will always vary. So you can create so it's better to create custom brushes, okay, so that you can have a different look of your design or digital paintings. So that's it for this short uh, video tutorial about creating brushes or creating a brush in ClipStudio Paint.